Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. It is Sunday, a Sunday where you probably think there is no football. Well, you are partially wrong and partially right. Why? Because there is no international football, a break in the World Cup, but there is Juventus that is playing, Juventus Women and Juventus Next Gen. So if you want to fill your day with Juventus, there is enough to cover your Sunday, especially if you start watching that video, because in that video we'll speak about Juventus. If you are missing Juventus first team talk, well, we will speak about Federico, Chiesa and Moise Kean in top form in La Continassa, also speaking about the investigations, where are we and what are the papers saying. But I want to take a moment first to dedicate that video to three total different topics. The first one is a person that will be missed. We are speaking about Grant Wahl. This is an homage that I want to do on the channel. Why? Because Grant Wahl is spoke and he explained football in the soccer world since so many years, and he did it in a fantastic way, speaking about men team but also women football. Someone that for years covered the World Cup and explained the beauty of that sport. I really was affected because he passed away during the game Argentina versus the Netherlands. He collapsed during that game, in the end of the game, and unfortunately for him it was fatal. Why am I taking it so personally? Because it was a person that had nearly 1 million followers on Twitter, someone that was known in the football world, and one day out of nowhere he wrote me a message on Twitter saying that he was really happy to see a lot of his friends guest on my channel on what I was doing. So he was one of the subscribers probably on the channel, I don't know, I didn't ask him, but of course he watched once, at least once, the channel, and I was really touched by it because he was not obliged to do so. It showed also the kindness of that person. Grant Wahl, a journalist that will be missed in USA but also entirely in the world. We go to the other people that I want to dedicate that video to. We are speaking about the Africans that are watching the channel. We have a lot of people from all the countries in Africa. They can be really proud. Why? Because yesterday history was written with Morocco, the first African team ever in the history of the World Cup that qualified for a semi-final. Something incredible. Will it stop or not? We will discuss about that, but the African people of the channel, but especially our Moroccan friends, they can be really proud. And the third one, by consequence, if Morocco qualified, there is someone that is sad. It's an entire country, Portugal, that was eliminated yesterday. They couldn't reach the semi-final, but also dedicating that video to Cristiano Ronaldo. You are a Cristiano Ronaldo fan or not, it is really sad. And that was the first page of Record. Por fin. Triste fin, a really sad end for Cristiano Ronaldo with his hand covering his face. We'll speak about Cristiano Ronaldo in that video. So I repeat, you guys, before starting speaking about Juventus, put a maximum of like if you want to continue to subscribe. We have a personal target reaching 23,000 Juventini here before the end of the year. Will it happen or not? It depends on you. If you love the quality of the video, if you love the quantity of the videos that we are uploading in all the lives, thank you. It's really appreciated. I really want to say it because you are absolutely not obliged, and you doing it fulfill my heart. Guys, it's time to speak about Juventus now, opening the front pages of Tuttosport that is speaking, yes, about Juventus with the picture of Agnelli with the title I tre punti pro Juve. Finally, we have some good news about Juventus, or at least we hear a part of the defense of Juve. Some things that in that investigation case that is called Prisma is going in favor of Juventus. Not only, as we heard since now 15 days, things against Juve, leaked interceptions, the calls, we have the plusvalenza, all these kind of things that were put on the front pages of everywhere. Corriere dello Sport that was already ready to sell Juventus with John Elkann. We heard all the process. Juventus was already guilty on Gazzetta dello Sport. For the first time ever, we have someone that is speaking in favor of Juventus. Double page in the Tuttosport paper with the judge, actually the lawyer, Edoardo Tiacco. Who is he? He's actually the judge for the preliminary investigation. So we are not speaking about anybody, a journalist, an expert of finance. We're not speaking about a fan or an anti-Juve fan. No, we are speaking about someone that is in the case, because we know it now. There is the judge for the preliminary investigation that spoke, and he said something really important. He rejected the accusation presented by the prosecutors on the Prisma investigation. This is super important, guys. This is really important, and I also want to thank Juve News Live that translated the recap of the big page of Tuttosport. He rejected the accusations. He recalled how capital gains are now customary in modern football, and that the 2021 salary cut maneuvers are closely linked to 2021. So he's actually saying, in a few words, in easy words, that the plusvalenza, the profit cases, are something that happens so many times. It's something totally normal at the football world, not speaking about Juve. Juventus was already judged for that and not found guilty. And he's saying that the salary maneuver, that we will read a bit in detail in a second, he said it's something that was actually done because of consequence of COVID. He said, after him being an expert of sport law for 40 years, so it's not anybody, he said, salary maneuver, well, I was surprised in regarding to the uproar there was. We know it. There was so many on the media. In the lower categories of a lot of clubs, for different reasons, they have agreements with players not to pay all their monthly salaries. It's a free negotiation. These facts, which also occurred at Juve, have been the subject of negative assessments. But, unfoundedly, these are lawful and widespread activities and not administratively illegal. There were so many clubs that behaved this way during the COVID period. So what are we learning? That the judge, real judge, without even hearing the defense of Juve, because Juventus didn't defend themselves yet, because we are not in court. Well, he said, attenzione, because I was really surprised about the media effect and impact that it had on Juve, on things like plusvalenza, where Juventus was already judged, and also salary maneuver, because this salary maneuver happened due to COVID, and it happens a lot of time in all the clubs, especially in minor categories, where it's absolutely not illegal. We will follow it. I'm not here to say Juventus did nothing. I'm not here to say Juventus did something. I'm just here to say that for once we have also some experts of the field that are pro-Juve. And that's why I was really expecting Gazzetta dello Sport to put these words also on their front page, like they were putting it for 15 days about Juventus when there were the leaked calls and all the bad things that were said about us. We were on all the front pages. Well, we opened Gazzetta dello Sport front page and there is absolutely not a single line about Juventus. Zero about the pro-Juventus defense. Zero, zero, zero. And this is already showing a different treatment, because when they hear some rumors, they are the first one to put it with big titles. When they are not, well, we see it. We already opened Corriere dello Sport also for them, only Morocco, deservedly, but nothing about Juventus, while a few days ago they were ready to sell Juventus. We continue, guys, because maybe they didn't put it on the front page, maybe they put it inside of Gazzetta dello Sport. Well, no, also there a different treatment for Juventus, because they are absolutely not speaking about the pro-Juve defense. They are speaking about a lot of other clubs with good news, because the chase to Napoli is open for Milan. And how will they do it? With Charles Ketelare, with the return of the injured player like Florenzi, like Calabria, for example, but also mentality. This is with the work of Pioli, how they want to chase Napoli for the run for the Scudetto. Beautiful words for Milan, how to motivate him. Really great things. The same things actually for Inter, because they are thinking already about Mercato with Marcus Thuram, a big objective, beating the competition of Bayern Munich. And then they are speaking about Lukaku, that is hugging everyone with Onana, because they are back in La Pinettina to train, because also them, they want to fight for that Scudetto versus Napoli. What about Napoli? Well, they can't fight for Napoli because they are already first with 10 plus 10 points over Juve. Well, they are speaking about Mercato for the future. 30 million are ready for Zaniolo. This is how Napoli will try, showing also the strength of Napoli, not only on the field, but also on the Mercato. Beautiful words. How are they speaking about Juve? Are they speaking maybe about Chiesa and Moise Kean, that are doing fantastically well at La Continassa? Absolutely not. They are speaking about Dusan Vlahovic, the return of Dusan in La Continassa next week. They are fierce about Dusan. Fierce. Juve is fearing, because there is still that pubalgia, the growing pain. Juventus is fearing the moment. There is a bit of annoyance from Juventus. He will be tested, he will be checked also medically to see how the conditions are. That's it. Then they are speaking about the good things of Juve, Chiesa and Kean. Really small. Not even Kean. We don't even see the word Kean. We see Chiesa. Really small at the top, at the bottom corner on the right side of the paper. Different treatment. Beautiful news for all the other top teams. Not a great news for Juventus in Gazzetta dello Sport. So we will speak about it because yesterday Max Allegri, c'è Kean al cubo. Kean is in super form. Yesterday a hat-trick for our player from Juventus that finished really well the first part of Serie A, ready to start really well the second part. Federico Chiesa yesterday 2 goals, and also the young Hasa from under 19 scored 2 goals yesterday, a player that you will hear the name a lot of times. Yesterday we saw already the video on YouTube and it was just fantastic to see how turbo power Federico Chiesa has when he was doing these runs, and also the dynamism of Federico Chiesa. I'm super happy for them. We can expect a lot of beautiful things from our Italian boy that we missed so hard in the first part of the season. Going to the World Cup, well, Rivoluzione Morocco, I told you, fantastic Morocco yesterday that won, and they wrote history. Congratulations again to the Moroccan friends, but also the African friends of the channel. Congratulations for them. They were celebrating, they were doing really well. And why am I also liking Morocco? Because the trainer that is looking a bit like me, well, the trainer yesterday, Regragui, he was saying Morocco is not a miracle, but it's actually the consequence of a big work. And then he also used one that I really love. He said, we are like Rocky Balboa, you know, the small guy that is going in Rocky for beating actually the giant Russian Drago, Ivan Drago. Fantastic. That's why I wanted to say. But anyway, could it go wrong? Could it go wrong for Morocco after seeing this picture of Alessandro Del Piero holding and touching actually that Moroccan shirt? Could it go wrong also for Croatia touching actually the hands of Modric? I don't think so. We didn't see Del Piero with Cristiano Ronaldo, and maybe that's why Cristiano Ronaldo was out of the competition. A few words about Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, Abola is showing Cristiano Ronaldo on the ground with the score Morocco 1, Portugal 0. Chora Portugal. What does that mean? Portugal is crying. The entire nation of Portugal that was dreaming to win their first World Cup ever. They wanted to see the Portuguese people celebrating it because they were thinking that they deserved it. They were one of the favorites. Well, it stops at the quarterfinal. They will not even reach the semi-final. But the thing is that Cristiano Ronaldo, it's over. It's over for Chris. Yesterday we saw him going out of the field crying. Not only Portugal was crying, but also Cristiano Ronaldo. We saw it. Guys, I just want to say Cristiano Ronaldo, it's a really bad and sad end for him. I was expecting and hoping for what he gave to football, and he also gave to Juventus in 3 years, in 3 seasons, that he had a better end. Unfortunately, he continued and probably didn't had the end that he deserved. I was not for Portugal. I was not supporting, I am still not supporting Argentina. I'm not in the vibes of the final should have been Messi versus Ronaldo, because you know it, for me, teams are over individuals. But I really wanted to say thank you to what Cristiano Ronaldo brought to football, because he did a lot. Fantastic years of football. I will always be grateful for having Cristiano Ronaldo at Juventus, even if it ended really bad. We can't deny what Cristiano Ronaldo represented and will always represent for football. I'm sad because the end, because of him, ended in a really bad way, really bad. And Georgina writing these messages on Instagram saying that it's always the fault of someone else. It's not helping, like the sister of Cristiano Ronaldo and so on. The family speaking is not helping the legend that Cristiano Ronaldo is. Anyway, we have to go to the other game that happened yesterday. England versus France, with England eliminated. It's not coming home this time neither. I'm sorry for our English friends on the channel. Merde is the big title of Daily Start. What does that mean? That means shit. It's not my words, the words of Daily Start. They are out. Now, do we have to go Christmas shopping? We see Kean with his hand in his hair, and we see also Bellingham crying there in the picture because they are out. France again dreaming about the second consecutive World Cup final, maybe against Croatia for a repetition of what happened in 2018. Let's see. Giroud was again decisive, and I want to end with the first page of L'Equipe showing the France team celebrating, but not just like that. 2 players from Serie A, Giroud with a decisive goal, goal number 53, alone there on top of the French national teams in terms of goals scored. But then you see Adrien Rabiot praised by everyone in France, journalists, sporting people, and so on and so on. It's not a mystery that we see these 2 people on the front page, and one of them is Adrien Rabiot, is playing for Juventus. How long? We don't know. We will discover it. Thank you for following the channel. I hope you enjoyed the longer video with a lot of news. I'm reading your comments. Thank you. Grazie, forza, Juve.